Morning snowflake.
I just want to know what it looks like to love people, you know. I want to know that Jesus who goes to where the broken people are.
Meanwhile,
Say this, lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16. Like that was bad.
Yeah.
Wow, look at your eyes. What music are you listening to at the moment, Justin?
Well, I listen to a lot of different stuff. I'm really into Jessie J, actually.
Ah, well, she's here. We're going to get to see her later. Thank you so much. Look at him. Look at what a beautiful face. All right, now it's time to find out.
But wait, there's more. I feel violated right now.
if this is what they're doing to Justin Bieber on live TV, can you guys just imagine what Justin Bieber had to endure behind the scenes? Now, I'm gonna take you guys behind the scenes of the mega parties of the rich and famous. And may I warn you, viewer discretion is advised.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
One point in the bathroom, we looked up and saw them all on the ceiling, and we were just like, how do you do this? This is not human. Were you on the ceiling?
When these rappers get killed, not incidental. Somebody made $100 million and now don't have to talk to that artist or none of their crew, don't have to validate none of their contracts.
And Fab and Jada and everybody, they made a compilation video of you because they said you were sounding real suspect on the interview.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Of course, did he see that? No, I didn't see it.
When you hear of Diddy, many refer to him as a businessman. He wears suits, goes to Met Galas, pockets deeper than the ocean, in love with Young Miami. Others would say Diddy is selfish, a narcissist, that he's gay, and he's destructive. Why could these much rumors be surrounding Diddy? Before we even begin talking about Diddy, let me open your eyes into the secret parties of the mega rich. The parties of the mega rich. On February 9th, 2022, a documentary was posted to Vice describing the secret sex parties of the mega rich. These parties were filled with some of the most vilest things. The manager recalls that on one weekend, a large group of 60-ish people would rent out an entire hotel. They would purchase the entire hotel just to turn it into one giant orgy. They'd spend $250,000 just for 2 nights at a time. And these billionaires, they would leave one heck of a nightmare in these hotel rooms. Is it blood on the floor, feces on the walls, or even semen stains on the ceiling? Inside these rooms that were left by these billionaires, a black light showing germs not visible to the eye, to the naked eye, would be turned on, and what they saw that was left of this party was disgusting.
We looked down and saw all the stains, we looked to the sides and saw them on the wall. At one point in the bathroom, we looked up and saw them all on the ceiling, and we were just like, how do you do this? This is not human. Were you on the ceiling?
When she put out those pictures of the dude pulling his pants down and it looked like some gay act that was going on, he got on the phone. He said, let me tell you this. When I get back to New York City, if she's on the radio station, he's talking to a radio executive. He said, nobody that I deal with, nobody that I know is gonna do anything with y'all, no business at all. It ain't gonna be no artist, no nothing gonna come. He's telling people that at a radio station. When we got back to New York City, Wendy Williams was in Philly.
We come from a very homosexual era of hip hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle.
It's crazy that Wendy has been trying to tell us since the 90s, and the truth will always come out no matter what. And the truth is right in front of our faces.
If you wasn't my man's mom, I'd tear that ass up.
Thank you.
Gay!
Have to admit, Diddy committed 100% to this sketch.
Thankfully, braver men than him have taken the mic to pull back the curtains on all the nasty stuff that goes down at Diddy's parties, including Josh Ostrovsky. The American entrepreneur, better known as the Fat Jewish in online circles, had the opportunity to attend one of P. Diddy's parties in Miami, where he has one of his mansions. And let's just say he won't be going back anytime soon. Fat Jew recounted his experience in an interview, revealing that the party was attended by hundreds of people and the place was filled with pretty girls all around. The social media influencer ended up taking ecstasy at the party since everyone was doing it as well.
I'm fucking goblins.
I went to a party on Star Island in Miami where P. Diddy has a private residence. I had no business being there. I was with a famed house producer who was DJing the party.
Sure.
And I will keep his name out of it.
Yep.
And I took a whole bunch of ecstasy because everyone there was taking ecstasy. It was basically me and like beautiful like ethnic models, like just beautiful women who I obviously had no interest in because
it's the big pimpin' video.
That's not my type.
Right. We're gonna stick to Peppa, please.
Yeah, we're gonna stick to Peppa, and ghouls from Us Weekly.
Right.
So I'm like kind of stumbling around. It's like, it's all like, my man is telling me that like, every third person is some executive, got behind the scenes guys who I don't recognize.
It's a high end crowd.
Very high end. And there's no joke, there's maybe 100 people.
Okay.
I mean, it is.
So far, so good. However, things took a turn when Fat Jew tried looking for the bathroom. According to him, the mansion was built like a maze, and he couldn't find a single bathroom in the sprawling space.
So, long story short, I am on ecstasy, and I'm trying to find the bathroom, and I can't find the bathroom, and I just kind of like go down a flight of stairs, and now I'm in like the inner windings of the mansion, because most of it's going down by the pool.
Okay.
Cabanas and stuff.
Dragon's Lair.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're getting serious.
So I get lost, and I'm in like just a maze of rooms. Now, I'm looking for the bathroom. I start opening doors. One's like a closet. One's a room. It doesn't have a bathroom in it. Whatever. Every room should have a bathroom in it.
That makes sense.
First of all,
if you're in this fucking
every
dungeon,
room should have, right.
Every house.
Eventually, Fat Jew ended up in a room full of men who were all suspiciously leaning on one another.
So I open a door, and in that room, there are a bunch of men, and they're all kind of like very like Romanesque, like laying about. And, kind of like very like kind of leaning on each other, not really spooning, but like conversationally spooning. Like if you were spooning, but facing each other and like leaning up on your elbow and talking.
Like, how about this? Like in public, watching TV with a bunch of your friends and you're with your girlfriends.
Right, yes.
It would be like those guys kind of lounging on their girlfriends, but they're not fucking, because that would be weird
they
in
weren't
public.
Fucking,
right.
But like you almost think that they should be feeding each other grapes. Stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, it was very like
regal lounging.
Very erotic.
Okay. All right.
Heavy erotica.
Yeah, like the drawings you would see of like old Greek
right,
hangouts.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand.
Or like a fat Greek woman like laid on her side.
Yeah, it would almost be the prelude to an orgy.
Yes.
Here, his eyes landed on Diddy and Felix the house cat, sitting next to each other closer than they should be.
I open the door, and clearly I'm not supposed to be in there. And I look, and who is lounging in my direct eye line? Puff Daddy and Felix the house cat, famed house music producer.
Yeah, no, I know
are
that is.
basically spooning each other. I swear to God, they're basically spooning, and they're drinking a glass of Hennessy. And they're like sharing it. They're like passing it back and forth.
And everyone's talking?
And everyone's just like talking.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I see them, I'm like,
all men though. There's not
all
one woman
men,
in this room.
all men. And they're all 100% on ecstasy. Like you can see Diddy's in like white linen being like, oh my God. Like rub ice on my nipples.
Right.
Like, oh, you're one of my best friends.
Right.
So the minute I make eye contact with him, like a gigantic bouncer comes over and says, get the fuck out. Because a lot of people turned and looked at me because it was very unexpected that like a fat guy with an afro, like no shirt on basically, like an open windbreaker, opened the door to like this like...
Now, as soon as Fat Jew made eye contact with Diddy, he decided to get the heck out of there. However, he left a mark on Diddy because, after the party, Fat Jew and the rapper ended up crossing paths at a press event for a film. Diddy was in the middle of an interview when he locked eyes with Fat Jew. Out of nowhere, he stopped the interview and pointed at Fat Jew in a room full of people, asking him where he'd seen him before. Now Fat Jew blurted out Miami, and Diddy got silent after that.
At a junket for a movie that he was in, someone is interviewing him. I'm in the back as a friend of someone who was there. I'm all the way in the back. I'm behind a million publicists, a million people.
But you see him.
Well, he's being interviewed on the
And
couch.
you're thinking about it.
Oh, I'm thinking about it the whole time.
Yeah.
By the way, anyone I ever told the story to was like, oh, you're a liar.
I don't think you're a liar.
Everybody was like, you're a liar. Like, I'm sure something happened, and they knew I was on Star Island. Like, that was verified by the other person I was with.
Sure.
But people were like, you're a liar. You didn't see them sharing a glass of Hennessy. Like, you didn't see prelude to, like, an orgy. Like, this is bullshit. Like, being funny. Like, Fat Jew's hilarious.
Sure.
So, A couple people said they believe me, but I think they were lying. So he's being interviewed in the middle of the interview for this movie. I mean, I'm sure you can guess what movie it is. I think he was only in a movie.
Right. At least recently.
Yes. He literally stops the interview and he points at me all the way in the back and he goes, "Yo, you, my man." And everyone in the room turns around and looks at me and he goes, "Where do I know you from?"
Oh, no.
And then I go, "Miami." And he goes, "Oh, true." And we locked eyes again, and he knew that I knew that he knew that I knew that he knew that I knew that he drinks the milk of other men.
Fat Jew talked about feeling scared after the event. He feared that Diddy would send people to his house to silence him. Thankfully, nothing like that happened. All because Fat Jew made the smart move of documenting his experiences online. So, in case something did happen, the internet would know who to point fingers at.
Are you nervous at all in like a Breaking Bad kind of way that maybe people were going to be sent to your house or something? Like,
100%.
Because I'd be a little nervous.
See, now, what I'm doing to combat that is by talking about it publicly on
and then
podcasts.
yeah, because this will come back.
Right. Because I'm most safe if I talk about it publicly.
That's so crazy.
Right.
The music industry in Hollywood has always been strange, crazy, asinine, and weird. And I'm glad that everyone is starting to see the truth.
How Ice Cube tried to warn us about Diddy over 10 years ago and called him a circus ringmaster. So when this old clip from 2010, Cube was asked to share his thoughts on Diddy's place in the industry. And
Puff Daddy to me is like what's them dudes who run the 3-ring circus? The dude that come out and, you know what I mean? Ringmaster.
Diddy is actually the ringmaster of predators and deviants in the industry. Meanwhile, Cube has also recently spoke on Tupac's case being reopened. And he said, "I'm pretty sure we haven't heard the absolute whole truth when it comes to Tupac's death and what happened to him that night in Vegas. Word on the street is that Cube believes Diddy was involved in Pac's death in one way or another. And he allegedly feels Diddy is finally getting all the karma he has accumulated over the years." By the way, Cube also made headlines back in the summer when he shared a video saying he's not part of the elite industry club that so many of his peers belong to.
I'm glad that Ice Cube didn't sell his soul for fame. Because remember, if they can't feed you, they can never starve you. And Denzel Washington knew this all along. That's why he always rejected Diddy's invitation to go to his parties. Take a look.
That said, Usher is not the only one who prefers not to hang out at Diddy's parties. Denzel Washington is yet another name who wouldn't be caught dead at Diddy's place. 2009 was an eventful year for the rapper. He turned 40 that year, and he chose to celebrate that milestone in true Diddy fashion. The rapper blew away $3 million for an epic birthday bash at the Plaza Hotel in New York. The black and white themed event was graced by the likes of Jay-Z, Bono, Young Jeezy, Nelly, Estelle, Rick Ross, Cassie, Martha Stewart, Kim Kardashian, and Denzel Washington. Now, following the event, Twitter was slammed with posts from celebrities speaking highly of the party. However, one person didn't join the after party, Denzel. The actor was spotted leaving Diddy's party, and he did not look happy. Fans think that Denzel looked pretty shaken up. Washington is known for always treating his fans with respect. Yet here, he didn't look like he was in the mood for a conversation. It appears as though the actor may have witnessed some unsettling events at Diddy's party. On the contrary, some believe that fans are scrutinizing the video excessively, arguing that Denzel was merely heading to his car after a long day. Despite this, it's worth noting that Denzel has never been seen at Diddy's parties again.
Is there anything that you want to talk about that
I want to talk about...
you want people to know about?
I don't know if this story that I have about P. Diddy is a thing.
I love it.
However, Denzel has never revealed what exactly he saw at Diddy's party.
The surviving Diddy, the diddler, Sean Epstein Combs, the PD File is about to be the most watched documentary in 2024. Now, before I end this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And what I think about this, it's all a distraction to bigger things to come. Stay safe out there, my brothers and sisters.